Hi everybody, this is Lainey from Camp Joy Farms. I'm actually up at the front of our road on the corner of a highway and our road that goes to our house. And I've never really mentioned it before, but my mom, my sister, and I own this lot at the end of our road. If you've been following my videos for a while, you saw me do a little roadside stand earlier in the summer, and this was actually where we were parked. I was actually parked on our property. So it was okay to do that, to do that stand and everything. And I kind of had visions of doing that as a weekly thing and all, but boom, we got that big flash drought heat, just extravaganza thing that hit our area around that time, and it pretty much burnt up the rest of my crops. And I pretty much was out of business after that, except for a few things. And then I still had things I could have kept going, like some of my cowpeas, and of course my okra is still going. But then we decided to sell our home and move. But today I ran up here because my son keeps it mowed and looking really good. But on the stakes at the corner of the property, it's just like everything else around here. Weeds and grass are growing up around those stakes. And he just goes around it when he's mowing. He doesn't bring the weed eater up here or anything. And so I thought today I'd come up here, and the one on the front corner over there was bad. It actually had these vines that were flowering and beautiful, but they had grown up over the stake to the point where you couldn't even see it anymore. And I want people that are coming to look at this property, because it's for sale also, and I want them, when they come to look, to be able to clearly see the four corners of the property. All of this you see at the bottom actually went out and up and over that post. It covered it completely. You couldn't see the post or the little orange tape. So I just want to get it cleaned up so that when people pull in off the road, they can clearly see the border of the property. Well, as they say, it's not what it could be, but it's better than what it was. And this piece could go commercial or residential, so we're hoping it'll sell soon. It's kind of like, I'm just kind of saying goodbye to this whole area. I don't mean to. I mean, I love it here. I love it. But since I'm selling my home and we have a separate little lot back by our lake that we split off from our house sale, it's for sale too. So I've got it for sale, hoping it sells quick. And then we've got this lot up here for sale, which of course will be split between me and my mom and my sister. But after those three things sell, then I just don't really live around here anymore. And that's okay. Whenever we move, it's 20 miles away. Whenever we move, I kind of just want to move. I kind of just want to not have to run back down here, not have to worry about things getting mowed or taken care of, or property taxes or whatever. I just kind of want to move on down the road. Well, we decided to ride on up to our property this evening. Richard likes to do that every evening. It's just his thing. I have 1,000 things to do at my house, but I'll just go ahead and bring him up here when we can. It's almost getting dark though, so we're not going to really sit around in the lawn chairs or anything, because you can tell the sun is not only setting, it has set. This phone lightens up things, but it's really getting darker than that around here. So I wanted to tell everybody that we are moving up here soon. We have a contract on our house and things are moving forward. I was a little bit leery to say that, but I think I can now. I think I can. I'm just kind of suspicious, and I don't really like to get too excited about things until they get to a certain point. I think we're there now. There's still a lot to do at home and a lot to do here. And I'm just taking it one day at a time. We actually have only about 21 days. We have to be out of our house in 21 days. And so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. And you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I'm gonna get all this stuff done today. I go to bed at night with a plan. I go to bed with a plan. And then the day just takes on a life of its own sometimes. And that's the way it is with everybody. Yesterday we came out here and there was a thing hanging on our pole, which I've taken down, but it ended up being a disconnection notice from the local utility company. And I was like, what? That was embarrassing. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, tomorrow morning, I'm going up there first thing just to take care of this and see what's going on. And then I realized we don't even have electricity up here yet. I did go by there a while back, but I only went by there to make sure that they knew we had bought the property, because I didn't know if the owners that previously owned it had left any kind of outstanding bill with them or anything like that. So I went by there just to, you have to bring them a copy of the deed showing you bought the property. I brought them all that and gave them my name and address and stuff like that, but we didn't have any lights cut on. So I got a $163 bill and a $95 reconnection fee. And I just thought, oh no, I don't need to have all this going on right now, you know, and I couldn't imagine what it was. And so I went up there this morning, and I love dealing with kind of more country places. I'll just be honest with you, I'm gonna love living up here because this little area seems to be the pace that I am. I like dealing face to face with people. I like just going to talk to them about it. And so that's how I handled it today. Richard and I just drove up here unexpectedly this morning. Talked to them real quick about it, and they were like, why did you get that? I said, I don't know. You tell me. And so they took care of it, and they said, you weren't supposed to get this. This was just kind of officially stating that the electricity was cut off from the previous owners, but you weren't supposed to get this. Don't worry about it. So that made me feel better, because I sure don't want to start off my time up here with a disconnection notice. This is just a quick video tonight to let you know that we are moving up here. The deal is done so far. We haven't closed or anything, but we're on our way. We've made it through inspections. The appraiser is fixing to come here shortly. The people are very excited to buy it, so I don't foresee them pulling out. They're not young like the other couple was. These are more our age. I want to say older, but that's hard to say older because they're probably my age. And but I feel like they've bought homes before, and so they're okay with the process. They're not nervous or anything. So once around the end of the month comes up, we will kind of live in some temporary situation for a little while. This won't be a gardening channel for a while, and I hate that. This won't be really even a project channel for a little while of projects I'm doing around here, though I will walk you through things as they happen, like taking the limbs off of this roof over here and trying to get that 18-wheeler fixed up, and just other things that I'm doing around here. But my focus really has to be right now on about 3 different fronts. I have to get this container ready so that everything at our house can come out of our shed and come up here. And also in this container area, I have to have a dog pen built, and our dogs will actually come live up here the minute we close on our house. And Richard and I will just come by here several times a day to take care of them. So that's the major front, is this container. Second of all, I'm working with all the permitting and all the sewer things, the electric things. I went to the electric place today, and while I was there, I went and asked them a couple of questions about our pole and stuff. So there's all these little technical things. It's the same kind of when you're building a house. We're not building a house, but we are having a house brought here and set up. So we have to have all the same kind of inspections and permitting and sewer installed. And I've got emails coming and going. I've got certification certificates coming to me, and I'm having to forward them to agents and all. So that's another little front I'm working, is that setup phase, where you're getting things ready to bring a house here or to build if you were building. I'm also having to work on our end at our house, not just packing and all, which I actually can't do yet. I'm waiting till the appraiser comes. So I'm kind of leaving my house looking the same right now, but I am cleaning out drawers. I'm cleaning out cabinets. I'm doing things like that, and immediately getting the trash out of the house, immediately putting everything where it goes in our house. I'm putting things that go together in Ziplocs so that when we pack and we leave, everything is bundled. It's not just loose things that are going to get thrown in a box and go here, there, and yonder. You know, everything will be bundled, and the bags will be labeled, and things for my son will be labeled for him. Things for our bedrooms or our bathroom or whatever will be labeled in the right boxes, and everything can kind of be separated. So I'm doing that. But you also have to, before you sell your home, like where we live, I have to have my sewer certified. I had to have my water tested to make sure I didn't have E. coli bacteria in it. I didn't even realize that. But you have to have your water tested. Then I also have to have my water well tank and pump certified. So I've got a man coming in the morning who's going to come and do all that and give me a printout that I can forward to my agent, who forwards it to the other agent. It's just a process. You also have to have your sewer pumped out, and I don't know if I already said certified for it, but you have to have it pumped out and certified. If you've kept up with my videos, I did have my sewer pumped out back in December at Christmas, when I had that big situation come up at Christmas, and they were willing to accept that certificate, that receipt and everything towards this. I didn't have to pay to have that done again, but I did have to go find the receipt and bring it to the permit department and show them that it had been done. So when they issued me the permit, then I have to forward that to my agent, and it goes to the other people. So it's just a process. I've got a lot of things I'm kind of juggling and keeping up with, and I'm wondering who to hire for this and who to hire for that, and really just talking to people and getting other people's opinions. Do they know somebody good that can help me? I want to deal with good people, and especially when I'm doing a lot of this by myself, I want to deal with good people. So anyway, that's the thing. We will be living up here, I'm hoping by Thanksgiving. I'm really hoping by Thanksgiving. I feel like it's doable, but it's going to be a good 3 weeks of some temporary housing, and that's okay though. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with the expense of that and the inconvenience of that. As long as the closing just goes smooth and gets over with at our house, I'm happy about that. Still have to sell the lake lot, still have to sell that lot up front, but those are extra things that will just help us out on the back end. So this is Lainey at Camp Joy Farms, but right now I'm standing at Hilltop Homeplace. I'm gonna be just like multi-personality here for the next few weeks, a couple of months actually, and but I'll get used to it, and I'm looking forward to being up here. We're very excited about it. We thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.